Hey there, Colton Randolph here, bringing you some new valuable content. Now, in this training, I'm going to be showing you how to make a lot of money on the back end and spend very minimal, if not pretty much nothing, no money at all, and make a ton of money back in return. Now, I'm going to be explaining two different retargeting techniques, one being retargeting ads on Facebook and other advertising sources like that. And then I'm going to be explaining email marketing. So these are two ways to make a lot of money on the back end from people who are already familiar with your brand without pretty much doing any additional work. You've already done the work and it's already on the back end, and you can make a lot of money this way. And I find a lot of people don't actually take advantage of this, which they're losing out on pretty much like probably 50% of their revenue. So I'm just going to walk you through this. I'm going to explain how this can make you a ton more money if you're not doing it. And I'm also going to explain how this can make you a lot more money if you are doing it, but you're doing it the wrong way. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and magically jump inside my computer right now. Hey there, Colton Randolph. We just magically teleported inside of my computer. So we're going to be talking about back-end marketing. This is how you make a lot of money. I make around 50%-ish, somewhere around there, from all my stores from back-end marketing, just because it's very powerful. The truth is, a lot of people are not going to purchase from you the first time they see you, but after you've established that first encounter, they're going to have a lot more trust for you, and there's a way bigger chance of them buying from you if they see you later on through email marketing and Facebook ads that retarget them back to your store. There's a lot bigger of a chance they're going to purchase from you in that case. So I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about back-end marketing just because it's so useful and so important, and a lot of people aren't really doing it. So this includes Facebook retargeting ads and email remarketing. This is the most profitable forms of remarketing and retargeting your customers back to your store. So if they don't purchase from us, we are going to send them ads and we are going to send them emails asking them nicely to come back and purchase from us. For this, you're going to need a Facebook ads account, of course. Most of you guys likely have that. And you're also going to need a MailChimp account. There's alternatives to MailChimp, but MailChimp is just the best e-commerce email marketing platform out right now. So you're going to need those two things right there. And it's not actually, MailChimp is free for most people unless you have a bigger store, then you have to pay. And then Facebook ads, most people already have anyways. Of course, you're going to have to pay for advertising. So if someone clicks on your product page or checkout page and doesn't buy, then you're going to send them Facebook retargeting ads and you're going to send them email remarketing ads, email remarketing sequences, that means emails, as well, until they do buy. Okay, so you're going to send them emails until they buy. You're going to set up a sequence to ask them nicely to come back and buy. And then you're going to set up some retargeting ads that are on their timeline asking them to come back and buy as well. And then they're going to have a lot more trust for you after this point because they're already going to be familiar with your brand. This is what you call a little bit warmer of a lead. So everyone that clicks on your site is a lead, but they're ice cold. They're ice cold leads. You need to warm those leads up, and the more you warm those leads up, the more likely they are to purchase products from you. And then people are very skeptical online, which is entirely natural. Okay, human beings are naturally going to be skeptical of your site. So when they click on your site, they're going to be very skeptical of your offer, which is why remarketing and retargeting ads and warming those leads up is so useful, because the more you are around those leads, the more those leads see you in their life, on their timeline, in their inbox, the more they're going to be warmed up to you and the more likely they are to purchase from you. Okay, and we want to do this remarketing very ethical, because when you do unethical retargeting and you ask and you just continually try to hard sell them on things, they dislike your brand. You have to be very nice about the way you retarget them, and I'm going to show you how. You can't be too pushy when you're retargeting your customers, because the truth is you're gonna need to be retargeting, but you can't do it pushy, because pushy doesn't work anymore. You have to do it nicely. You have to do a slowly gradual transition between a cold lead and a warm lead, and that sell just becomes so much more easy with less friction. So you can't just be going out there and being like, hey, come back right now, buy my stuff, blah blah blah. You have to be like, hey, did life get busy? You want to come back and get this deal? We have limited supplies and it's ending soon. It would be, if you want this, come back and get it. You can't be like, this is ending now, come get it right now, blah blah blah. So I'm going to be showing you right now how to set up, 1, your Facebook retargeting ad, and 2, an email retargeting sequence. So let's just go ahead and hop into that. Alright guys, so this is my Cyclist King store here. I do retarget everyone who doesn't buy this product. Just a little store. This is a free plus shipping funnel. It makes me a lot of money and all that good stuff. So if they hit this page right here, which is this URL, if they hit this URL, this page right here, and they don't hit my thank you page, which in marketer slang, that is the last page in your sales funnel. That's the very last page that shows their order details and stuff. If they hit this page and they don't hit my thank you page, then I'll send them retargeting Facebook ads and remarketing emails. And I'm actually going to create a new retargeting ad in front of you guys just so you can see how it works and how to do it. And I'm also going to create a remarketing sequence so you guys can see how to do that as well. So I'm going to create both of those things live in front of you just so I can kind of explain and show you what works and how to do it. So over here I have Facebook pulled up. And now you're going to want to create a conversion pixel. This is a conversion ad. Every single ad I do is conversion based just because Facebook will optimize your ad a lot better than if you're doing like a web click ad or anything like that. So what you're going to want to do is set up a conversion ad based upon... So for example, if you're using cart grab, which a lot of you guys are, you're going to want to set the URL as thank you because that's the URL right here. Okay, so you see how this is ID right here? And then at the very last page, it's going to be thank-you, okay? So it's going to be like this. And when they hit this page right here, that signifies to Facebook that they purchased our product, okay? So we're going to set the conversion event to thanks/you, and we're going to set this to purchase because that would mean they purchased our product. So there you go. We have our conversion event set. And there we go. So that's all we need to do to set our conversion event. Oops, and it looks like I already have one in this case, so I don't have to save this one, but I'll go ahead and set it as gaming still. So you want to set that, if you're using cart grab, you want to set that to this right here, which is thank-you. Now, after we have that set, what we want to do is make sure we're not retargeting our buyers, okay? We only want to retarget people who visited our site and did not buy, because if you're going to waste a lot of money if you're retargeting people who, already bought. They already bought. They're not going to want to see these ads asking them to come back and buy again. So what we're going to do is make a custom audience, and we're going to use web traffic for this. Anyone who visits your site, people visiting specific web pages, but not others. Okay, so what we're going to add right here is the product you're advertising. Okay, so let me refresh this page. Okay, so this is the product we're advertising. For cart grab, this is the URL. Okay, so we're gonna want to set this as that. That's the ID for the product we're advertising. So if the URL contains this ID, then it's gonna send it over to Facebook and exclude people who visit thank-you. Now, of course, change this number. If you're using cart grab, you're gonna be generated a random ID in the URL. So whatever product you're advertising, whatever tripwire or free plus shipping product or $7 product you're advertising to introduce customers to your sales funnel, you're going to want to grab this ID right here and copy it over right here. And then you're going to want to set exclude people who visit the thank you page because that means they've already bought from you, right? So you're not going to want to be retargeting people to buy this product if they already bought the product. It just makes no sense. So go ahead and exclude those people, and that's how you're retargeting, okay? If you were just to set a site up and retarget right here, then you're going to be advertising to everybody, even people who bought, which is not good for your ad spend. Retargeting CG, and then boom. So now we have our retargeting audience, and we've set our conversion event right here. And we're going to scroll down. We're going to set this budget to $10. If you're receiving 1 million views a day, you probably want to increase that. If you're receiving like 1 view a day, you could go as low as $5. But the budget, of course, varies depending on the traffic and how much retargeting you have to do. $10 is a very good estimate for a decent sized store. And you can scale it up from there, obviously, if it's, just blowing it out of the park. And we're going to go ahead and upload a picture which is relevant. Let me show you. Okay, so right here we have a very simple ad. It says, did life get in the way? It's not too pushy. We're not being, over the edge. We're not hard selling them. We're just simply asking them, hey, did life get in the way? You want to come back? You want to get this for free? Just pay shipping. And we're putting a little bit of scarcity on the top. We're just sprinkling a little bit of scarcity on top with the limited stock. And, we're kind of pushing them over the edge to click through, but we're not being too pushy, which is very important in retargeting. You can never be too pushy because it just simply does not work. Okay? It's not going to work at all. It's just simply not going to work. Now, when we create this, we're going to want to copy this URL right here. Okay, so we're going to want to put this URL And we're just sending them back to the product page. It doesn't have to be too fancy. You can send them back to the same exact product page, which is actually, I would recommend sending them to the same exact product page. And for the headline, again, we're going to be very consistent with our message and our advertising. So we're going to keep the "Did life get in the way?" Actually, not right there. Sorry. So for the headline, we're going to put, get your free, get your free insert product here. Okay, so for in this case, we have a bike light, which is a little light that goes on your bike, of course. So we're gonna put bike light over here. Get your free bike light now. Okay, and then right here, I'm gonna put, did life get in the way? Get your free bike light now. Just pay shipping. Okay. So, and then we're just going to link over here back to the URL, just a little tiny link. And then that's exactly how we do a retargeting ad. Okay. It's not going to be too complicated. Like I said, people are already familiar with their brand. They just need that tiniest bit of a nudge over the edge, and then they'll go ahead and come back and purchase that. And when you put that little bit of that little salt and pepper of scarcity right here, that gives them the urgency, that gives them the reason to go ahead and actually purchase this product. Okay, that little tiny bit of scarcity, but not pushy, that gives them a reason to come back and purchase. Limited time limited stock, get yours now. So that's a simple retargeting ad on Facebook. Like I said, it doesn't have to be too fancy. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be anything special, really. It just has to be basically a reminder with a hint of scarcity, a hint of urgency to give them reason to come back and get it before they all sell out or the sale ends. You're giving them a reason to come back, and you're showing them the product that they had previously visited, and it's just the tiniest hint of getting them to come back and purchase this product. It doesn't have to be too fancy, but you do need to have a retargeting ad because it's going to save you a lot of money, because these people are already familiar with your brands, and all they need is the slightest hint to come back and purchase. We're not advertising to people who are not familiar with this offer with our brand. We're advertising to people who are already familiar with our brand and offer, which makes it so much more profitable because you're going to have a lot higher conversions than you would advertising to people who have no idea about you or your offer. Like I said, little hint, not being too pushy, which is why we put did life get in the way. That's not pushy, and we're giving them a reminder of our offer with a hint of urgency right there. So now I'm going to show you how to set up a little retargeting automation right here. So we can go ahead and create an automation inside of MailChimp, which, by the way, if you're using CartGrab, we do integrate with MailChimp flawlessly. It takes like one click and you're integrated, and you can send the data in between MailChimp and CartGrab seamlessly. It's great. It's awesome. Perfecto. So we're going to go ahead and create an automation sequence inside of MailChimp, and all we have to do is click right here and select your store, and then we're going to name it Abandoned Cart store name. Put your store name right there. So then we're going to go over here, and it's going to automatically create us a little sequence. So you're going to see 1 hour after a subscriber abandons a cart from your store, 1 day, and then 3 days. And this is very good, actually. I wouldn't recommend changing the times at all, because this is about perfect times. Just statistically from my own test, this is very good times, okay? That first hour after, that's perfect. That 1 day after, that's perfect. And then that trigger as well is perfect too. So then we're going to go ahead and design these. Now, these are actually really good pre-set up emails. I will be honest with you on that one. So we're going to click design email, and we're going to save the name. We don't want to change it. That name actually, it works very well. And then, of course, change the names to your stuff. So we're going to enter all that right there. And then we're going to go ahead and click next. Now, we're going to have a couple of things here, and what I always go with is this basic abandoned cart sequence right here. Now, like I said, retargeting does not need to be too fancy. Anything simple is going to work. And of course, drag in your image right here, and then everything else besides that, you can keep this entirely vanilla. You don't have to change this at all. This actually works very well. They just need the tiniest nudge, and this gives them that tiny nudge they need to come back and purchase. So then we're going to go ahead and save that. And we have our first email set up right here, and then we're going to go ahead and set up the second one right here. Okay, so then we're going to do design email. We're going to change this to our store name, of course. And then we're going to keep this the same because just like from my statistics that I have tested, this converts at a very high rate. All these emails, I mean, they work. You don't have to change anything because reinventing the wheel is pretty much stupid, which you'll learn in marketing. If you have something that works, stick with it. Don't be too creative, just stick with what works. And simply said, this works. MailChimp has done their data, and they've dug a little bit deep to see what's working. Okay, so leave that as is. And we're going to stick with the basic abandoned cart right here. And now we're going to change this because we already sent them this right here. And then instead of sending them this right here, we're going to do, hey there, we noticed you left your checkout. You left products in your checkout cart. But we wanted, no. Ooh, let's actually go ahead and delete this right here. Man, that highlight just does not want to go away. Okay, there we go. But we wanted to let you know supplies are running out quick. We only have 135 insert product here. So we're going to put bike light, of course. We only have 135 bike lights left, and they're flying off our shelves quick. Secure your bike light now, and then link it back to the product, of course. And then yeah, so we're gonna put this here, put the address there, insert, boom, secure your bike light now. Thanks, Cyclist Kings team. There we go. So what this is just a little bit of a reminder, and now we're being a little bit more pushy because if we don't get this sell soon, then they're pretty much gone forever. So we just said, hey there, we noticed you left some products in your checkout cart, but we wanted to let you know supplies are running out quick. We only have 135 bike lights left, and they're flying off our shelves here. So this is scarcity. We're implementing scarcity. We're being a little bit more pushy here because if we don't get to sell now, then they're probably gone forever. Then we leave a link and we say, thanks, Cyclist King Store team, sorry. And there, boom, that's really perfect. You know, just edit a little bit for your niche, your store, and then that is very, very good. That's all we need right there. And we're just basically, that's the last email. We're just going to blast them with scarcity because if we lose the sell after 3 days, they're pretty much gone forever. We're never going to make the sell again. So this is our last chance, basically, so we can be a little bit more pushy, essentially. So now what we're going to do, we're going to stick with the basic abandoned cart theme because FYI, the most basic things in marketing often work the best. And we're going to change this to, hey there, we noticed you left some great items in your cart. We thought you should know there's only 7 left, 7 bike lights left, and they'll be gone ASAP, and we don't know if we'll ever be running this amazing free just pay shipping sale again. So this is your last chance to grab your bike light for 100% free. Grab your free bike light now. Oops. And then we're going to link this back. And boom. Thanks, Cyclist Kings team. There we go. And boom. So as you guys can see, we started off, hey there, we noticed you left some great items in your cart because they know they checked out and then they left. And then we said, we thought you should know there's only 7 bike lights left and they'll be gone ASAP. So this is a lot of scarcity. We're kind of being pushy here, but you know, there's only 7 left. This is, if we don't get to sell here, basically they're going to be gone forever. So we have to bring that scarcity. We have to bring that urgency to push them over the fence and go ahead and hop on this offer. And we don't know if we'll ever be running this amazing free just paid shipping sale again. Also, scarcity, giving them more of a reason to come back and purchase right now. Because human beings, if they don't purchase right now, they're going to push it off, they're going to procrastinate, and they're never going to do it again. Which is why scarcity is pretty important, especially after 3 days in this remarketing sequence. If we don't get the sale now, they're gone. So this is your last chance. Again, some more scarcity. And we leave a call to action. Grab your free bike light now. Thanks, Cyclist King Store. So this is very perfect, and basically the scarcity just elevates in this email marketing sequence, as you guys can see. And then, boom. So 1 hour after, 1 day after, and 3 days after, which is a very good sequence. And basically, we're just going to increase the scarcity each time. We're going to give them a little reminder that they forgot the product and the sale's ending soon, that it's going to run out soon. And we just kind of increase that scarcity each time. And that's a perfect email remarketing sequence, guys, right there. That's going to work great. So yes, you can make a lot of money on the back end, and you need to do it since it's so stupid simple. Like I said, I make about 50% of my revenue all on the back end, just from especially email remarketing and Facebook remarketing ads. I make a ton of money on the back end, and if you're not doing it, you're missing out on probably 50% of your revenue, okay? So you have to be doing that, and it's going to take you maybe 5 or 10 minutes to make a ton more money on the back end. Now, if you like this training and you want more step-by-step training just like this, showing you how to increase your income with e-commerce, you can check out the Ecom Blitz Academy. And you can get a membership for just $47, which in fact is easily paid for by what you learn and you make in return from the knowledge you learn. Which is in fact our goal, is to, whatever you pay for the Academy, we want you to make that back and more from the knowledge you learn in the Academy. And you see lots of people who just did that on the next page. If you want to check it out, you can click the button below this and you'll see a ton of people below on that page getting actual results from the Academy. So go ahead and click the button below if you'd like to enroll in Ecom Blitz Academy now. And by the way, you're protected by our 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. You can get your money back if you don't think the Academy can deliver results. So with that being said, I'll be sending you some more training to your email in a while. And I'll go ahead and see you guys later. Colton out.